Hi there, Sanjay Gangal from GIS Cafe and AEC Cafe. I'm here with Alec Pestov, founder and CEO of vGIS. Hello, Alec.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us. So last month at the Autodesk University, you announced vSite. Can you tell us about that?
Sure, vSite is the latest addition to our product. It's built on the same engine, so it utilizes the same database as our AR product. And what it does, it extends capabilities of the AR system to the web. So now you can have a digital hub, so digital twin, geospatial hub that brings all the data from your common data environments into geographic context so you can see what you're building and where using any browser. And it works together with our AR solution to complete workflow specific to the construction industry.
Okay, and what were the main challenges in the construction project management that vSite aims to address, and how does it solve them?
Well, that's probably the challenge that everybody well aware of. It's fragmentation of data on construction sites. So right now, there's no shortage of tools that can address specific needs of construction industry, from designs to scanning to automated detection tools. Problem is very few specialists have access to those tools at any given point in time. Data is mostly processed in desktop-like environments or in cloud environments accessible by a few, and people on the construction sites still build off paper-based sheets. So the person who can benefit the most from all that data doesn't have access to the data all the time. And even within highly technical teams, accessibility of the data is very limited, as you need to know that data exists, where it exists, you need to ask for permission, so it's just very cumbersome. What we aim to solve is that problem of fragmentation by taking relevant data for the construction sites and bringing it all together into a geospatial hub. So you have the Google Earth-like experience, you can fly through your site, and you have up-to-date information about the conditions of site as we bring everything from LiDAR scans to GIS to BIM and point clouds together in one space.
And safety and efficiency are critical on the construction sites. How does vSite enhance these aspects, and what feedback have you received from the field?
Safety is something that we will evaluate once the deployment broaden. So right now we have pilots that we're going through and start offering to initial new customers the whole system. So the safety aspect is something that we will evaluate once the adoption increases. At the moment, we're looking at the efficiencies. So efficiency is the number one priority. So the system helps you with utility locates, system helps you with capturing job conditions, system helps you with request for information, so which is common to the construction sites. It eliminates unnecessary site visits, as most people can do job remotely and make assessment of the conditions remotely. So efficiency is the number one, productivity and efficiency, and rework elimination is the number one priority of vSite at the moment.
And now vSite boasts unique features like immersive 3D visualization and AR site view. How do these features integrate with existing industry tools, and what advantages do they offer to project managers?
We designed the system so it doesn't replace existing tools, but rather consolidates them in one space. A good example can be Autodesk Construction Cloud. So beautiful tool, but severely underutilized by many construction firms. What we do is we take files that are currently stored in Autodesk in almost like a Dropbox format. So we have folders and subfolders and subfolders filled with files, and we bring it into geographic context. So when you have an issue, it's not just an issue, but it's issue located to a space or location somewhere at the construction site and to an asset where you can see it from the digital twin view or from AR. So what we're trying to do with this is bring everything together. And how it helps project managers, they spend less time searching for information. They have one single source of truth for everything, and that helps them share data with others instead of sending long emails, placing calls. They can simply share it with a single click to other team members.
And what are your expectations for vSite's impact on the construction industry, and how do you plan to measure its success?
Initial metrics to measure success will be the amount of rework and the reduction in site visits. The underlying assumption is that if you make everything people more productive, then and you help them avoid mistakes, then we'll do fewer mistakes and rework will decrease. So we can measure performance of same construction sites and see the decrease in rework. Second component that we can easily measure already is the reduction of site visits. And the site visit on the construction site is not just a time waster for one person. And by the way, time waster for avoidable time visits, because some of them are unavoidable, and therefore it's not a time waster, it's time investment. But all the avoidable time visits, it's not just one person's time, because quite often other people, dependent on decisions made by that person, will be waiting for that person to complete the visit. So what we will do is by connecting people on site through unique workflows, because what makes it unique is the workflows, integrations, and the AR component. So by connecting people together, we can help you eliminate site visits. So those are two measurable components that we can apply now: rework, site visits.
Okay, and we just started with a mission to make underground infrastructure visible. How has customer feedback from your initial offering shaped the development of vSite?
The entire vSite is built based on customer feedback. So our customers shape the system. You're absolutely right. We started VGIS with the idea of visualizing infrastructure. So that the idea was a utility maintenance worker will put goggles on, walk through the streets and see all the pipes under their feet. We quickly discovered that it's a wrong assumption. Its technology is not quite there yet. Demographics of the space is not quite there yet. It will take a long time for such solutions to be adopted in the municipal world. But it drove us to the construction space. And this is where we started listening to the customers, to our customers, and advancing solution. So yes, we still do a lot of utility visualizations because the system is geared up towards that. We can display everything with up to a centimeter level accuracy. With total stations, we have theoretical accuracy of up to a millimeter, so we can do it in buildings. But now we realize that visualization of utilities, specifically utilities, if you look the entire asset life cycle, then it's a tail end. It's just small, tiny slice one way. So right now, by introducing vSite, which enables two-way communication and touches on many more points along the typical project, it's infinitely more useful to the end users than the VGIS AR alone.
Okay, and in the beaches, in the vSite development, you have also mentioned that you've integrated artificial intelligence into the product offering. What exactly is this artificial intelligence that you are adding to vSite?
Great question. So we design components of vSite so that they can be linked to AI models that are not necessarily developed by us. So we have few examples that we did a proof of concept, but we're open to collaborating with other. So for example, we can have feature detection in 3D scans. So that's very easy. You perform a scan and the system can detect, for example, a concrete pipe in that scan. So that's one. And the early example you can find on our YouTube channel is we worked with City of Toronto to take a typical inspection video. So inspection video done by an inspector of the manhole, and then apply machine vision and AI to detect common defects within the manhole, like cracks and blockages. And then the system will complete a three-dimensional model from the video and apply those defects and georeference each defect within the model. So this is an example of AI that produces output that typically a human inspector would produce.
Okay, and ChatGPT and large language models are all the rage right now. Do you plan to incorporate any of the ChatGPT type functionality in your products in the coming year?
Potentially, we need to find the way how it can improve the life of a typical construction worker or project manager or designer. If you find a way for ChatGPT to do something magical in that space, we will be very open to integrating it into the system.
Okay, and what is the best way for our audience to find out more about VGIS and vSite on the internet?
The best place is our website, which is www.vgis.io, or follow us on LinkedIn, same VGIS. You will find our page. We post updates regularly. vSite, we will release a separate website just for that product vSite. It will be a standalone site. So if you type vSite, VGIS, you will find us easily.
And why .io?
It's actually Indian territory, but we are not in Indian territory. We are in Canada. It's just a very common domain name for startups.
Okay. And Alec, is it okay if I ask you a few personal questions?
Absolutely.
So what do you do for fun outside work, or what is your personal passion?
I actually like doing research. I'm very passionate about technology. So when I'm not working on the technology, I do quite a bit of research about technology. So going through different articles, following the news, reading reviews, just trying to understand what this world is using, where everything is going. So anywhere from aviation to self-driving cars, I love doing research on that.
Okay. And can you also share something about yourself that most people at VJs who work with you don't know about you?
Sure. What they probably don't know is nobody is forcing me to be here and work as much as I work. I actually enjoy my job and I'm doing it, and I would be doing it for free if I could.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's always good to have a job that you like and that you're passionate about. So I like a final question. Cats or dogs?
Dogs,
Yeah, do you have some?
I have two, but they're more cats than dogs. They're about the right size of the cat size and about cat personality.
What type of dogs are these?
Yorkies.
Okay. They're fun dogs. How old are they?
They will be 6 year old. They're two sisters.
Oh, that's a fun age. They're entering the middle age right now.
Correct.
Uh, well, thank you so much, Alec, for taking time to record this interview. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you for having me today and have a wonderful afternoon.
Okay, you too. And this is Sanjay Gangal from AEC Cafe.